Hey everyone, today I've got your To the Wonder movie review. I'm sure you're all wondering what this movie is about. It is directed by Terrance Malick and stars Ben Affleck, Olga Kurylenko, Javier Bardem, and Rachel McAdams. I'm a huge fan of most of Terrance Malick's films. I know the most recent one that I've seen obviously was The New World, and I know he's got two back-to-back movies coming out with Christian Bale and Natalie Portman. So I always find that, most directors always keep a certain style when it comes to movies. And this one, is definitely no exception. You would probably, the average moviegoer probably wouldn't understand what this movie is about or really enjoy it as much because it's a lot of montagey moments, and yes, there are obviously speaking parts, and he's more focused on creating this story with these characters, played with these actors who are just really phenomenal, and some of them you wouldn't even expect, to at least play a decent job. It mostly centers around sort of like these interconnected stories with these characters. Ben Affleck is with Olga's character, and she has this 10-year-old daughter, and they're sort of moving from place to place. He convinces her to come with him to Oklahoma, and that's where he ends up getting in touch with one of his old friends, played by Rachel McAdams. Olga meets Javier Bardem, who's a priest. So it's actually kind of interesting how, their relationships are sort of like, you're not sure, like, if they're gonna work out. You always see, like, them having these, like, really happy moments together, just sort of, like, straying away from each other, so you're like, oh no, what's gonna happen? I would say that I enjoyed this movie. I definitely would see it again. I feel like it has a sort of an element to it where Terrance Malick definitely makes these movies so that you can feel more in tune with these characters and like their emotions and what they're dealing with. The story, you may not understand what is happening, which is why these actors sort of like they move in this sort of way that, it's kind of almost like a performance, like a dance. It definitely has this sort of like fluidity to it, and of course the music is playing, and it's just all these things. It's like a huge pot, and you're just putting all these different ingredients in it, and you're just trying to create this one epic movie. These are the type of movies that Terrance Malick likes to make. I feel like he's the only director I've seen that actually does like these type of movies, and even with the subtleties of like the narrations from these actors, and sort of like they're like almost telling a story for you, and it's mysterious yet there's romance, and it's not, it's one of those sort of like classic term modern movies. I really like that. I wouldn't say that not everybody will obviously understand this movie, and also, once again, I don't think you're gonna like it, but if you just give it a chance, especially like with Malick as a director, he definitely knows what he's doing. The best performance was Ben Affleck. For one, like, I've never seen him in a movie like this before. He's mostly done a lot of mainstream movies, and this is sort of like pushing it with like the indie type movies. I really liked him in this, and I also really liked Olga Kurylenko. I thought she definitely added to it, and I loved when they had like little French speaking moments, especially with the little girl. And I just really liked the acting. I feel like they all did like phenomenally. Like, this is definitely a type of movie I would see Rachel McAdams doing, and her connection with Ben Affleck I thought was pretty decent. And Javier Bardem, just sort of like him trying to figure out like himself as a person and his career and what he does with his life. So I thought like it was pretty interesting. They all sort of had these like moments where they're trying to figure out who they are, and they are wondering what their life is like. Would I say that this is one of the better Terrance Malick films that I've seen, or in general that he's made overall? I would say yes. I still have yet to see Tree of Life. The other movies I've seen and the ones that are coming out, I can't wait to see those, and I'm kind of wondering, can't believe I keep saying wonder, but I'm wondering if it's all gonna be like the same thing, especially as far as like the characters' connection with each other goes, because I really like to focus my attention on that, and even not only that, but like the narrative as a whole. I would definitely recommend seeing this movie, whether or not you're a Terrance Malick fan, and obviously some of you might not like it or might not enjoy it as much, but if you do get a chance to see it, let me know in the comments what you guys thought of To the Wonder, and what were you most wondering about this movie. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates coming every week for a Trailer Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.